quiz is garbage. No way. Ooh, this guy thinks he's Captain Knots. Thinks he's Captain Tying Knots. When everyone needs some knots tied, they go to him.
Rock and roll is very simple. Just 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is rock and roll. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Välkommen till livestreamen.
Hello. Nice to see you guys here. No, that's killer, man. I'll have to follow you back if you do you stream yourself? Nice to meet you. And Damon, welcome from the truck. Hopefully it all that shit gets sorted out. Yeah, you got to support people, right? It's I talk to my students about this a lot, but it's not a competition. You know, it's things are so much better when people just help each other out. Oh, nice. But yeah, things are just so much better when you just help each other out, win-win. But so yeah, so welcome. Be sure to check out those sponsors. Dissonant Harmony is going to be starting back up again. We had a little hiatus, but the podcast will be coming back. And ooh, dude, a drummer with the rehearsal streaming space makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so Dissonant Harmony podcast will be starting to I almost said film, but it's not a video thing. We'll be recording some more soon. Check out Limitless Cables. You can use the code Zack10 for 10% off. Check out Swiss Picks. Side note about the pick thing: if you see me using the mouse right here, holding the pick, yell at me, because I'm really jacking up my hand by doing that. And I didn't realize I was doing it until I started streaming. So, nice little warning. Yeah. So check out all those sponsors. Today, kind of chill. I've got to so I think I'm gonna warm up just jamming over that one thing that we had played around with last time. Not really. Lower those like crazy. Hey, don't do that. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate you. Yeah, dude, I should. That's a really good idea. I'm so not good with all this shit. So that's a really good. I'm gonna make myself actually a note about this right now, because that will actually, you know, it'd be sick is if someone or anyone here or anyone knows a bunch about Twitch, just to like pick your brain about it all and get things really set up well. I don't really know what I'm doing, and like the overlay and stuff was just hand drawn, like scribbling stuff, you know. If you guys haven't been at my studio, or if you have, you've seen it, but I've got a tablet that's a 16-inch screen essentially, and I can for drawing, but it's also my second monitor, and I can use it for like the mixer and stuff. Anyway, yeah, for sure, right? The I've made so many mistakes getting started with all this. It's yeah, it's been kind of fortunately, what's up, Seth? Fortunately, I've gotten so used to being embarrassed with all the stupid shit I've done on stage and stuff. It doesn't even matter anymore at this point. It's a trick you'll never find. Yep. Right. So, yeah, we were jamming on this one thing, writing a song for a singer. I think today what I'm going to end up doing is just writing something else. I have a couple chords that I thought were cool, and I had some people asking questions about kind of applying things in a different context, a little bit more chill. Because obviously with my, there's a lot of Uidl solos and stuff like that on my solo stuff and everything. But, little side note, I am very, very close to filming that cover video, one take version. I actually got someone to, one of my students is going to play rhythm with it too, so we both have to nail it, and I just made it even harder. Yeah, dude, I did check out those, I'll let you borrow it. You did let me borrow that. That is true. Yeah, this guitar is awesome. I haven't been playing anything else. I actually took the Ghost in the Machine and rearranged it so I can play it all on a 6-string because I was having so much fun playing this. It's not like I rearranged a ton of shit though, because there was only just a few spots. Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of I need to warm up. I've been just hanging out with my dog doing nothing, so I need to warm up and let's just jam over. I don't even really remember. But yeah, Damon, I did definitely check out those timestamps and agree with what you were saying. So I'm going to those two spots that are you can't really see in this view, but yeah, the two spots on here that I have highlighted are where I'll do those edits and get those parts in there. But yeah, I agree. You and I like very similar things. Side note, how's the new Jason Richardson? I don't know if you've heard it yet, but I just saw that it was released or whatever, and I haven't had a chance to check it out. I just saw like the costumes from the video or something like that. I'm assuming. Let's see. I went to look for the Wardingham. I didn't see it on the. I didn't find that thing. So on Apple Music or whatever, at least I don't know what I don't know what I did with that. But no, I have not listened to that either. But I was talking about. I don't know. I saw like this thing where yesterday I think where Jason Richardson and Luke Holland but they were wearing like red and looked kind of like zombies or something like that. Like, I don't know what you would call that, like a traditional Japanese attire, maybe. Yeah, I don't remember. But yeah, this is gonna be. I just want to noodle around over this just so I have more an excuse to jam on this guitar. God damn it! Stop doing that. Yeah, so not mixed or anything like that. And like what I was saying, kind of going all over the place, but I am gonna go back through it, edit that spot for right now. We'll just leave it open so I can do the Uidlies. Oh, I gotcha. yourself, right? What's our progression here? Is it F sharp? We're in F sharp minor. So. C sharp. We should, of course, make it harmonic minor, right? Yeah, Seth, I was like he said, pretty shocked by it. It's quite nice for for what it is. It's killer. I don't know how you would beat. I don't know how you would beat it, right? There's a couple companies that are doing that kind of thing, offering some awesome guitars for super good deals and stuff. Change that up a little bit. Smart move. If I just Oh yeah, it definitely can support it. Let me see. There you are. Oh, Damon, have you? Are you? What other? Were you looking at other guitars besides the Reaper 7? Or are you just? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Dun, dun, dun. And you're just using which amp for that? It's not even like the. If you're just using the. Is that the Vox? Ooh, Agiles are. I've seen some pretty awesome things from Agile recently, and a lot of crazy shit, like those 9 and 10 strings. It fell apart. The box. Yeah, I mean that That used to be, I don't know if any of you guys, Seth might recognize the name Jim Molina, but yeah, that was one of the amps that was at his his music school. That ended up in my possession somehow. I'm not quite sure. Don't be so hard on yourself, man. It's I mean, listen to how many mistakes I just made in this thing. This is like that video I'm doing, right, for the Paul Wardingham song. That's gonna be such a good test for me to kind of work on just being relaxed, because as soon as I start overthinking that fucking song, it's a disaster. It just yeah, as soon as I stop, like, so I know what's going to end up happening is I'm going to be playing almost all of it, and we're going to get to, like, I don't know, we'll get to, like, the last little bit in the song. It's such a nuts song, but I'm so close. So actually, if any of you guys watching have any ideas for it, if you're not if you weren't aware, so it's gonna be "Ghost in the Machine," the Paul Wardingham song, played start to finish in just one take, like a live playthrough kind of thing, right? I'm trying to think of something to make the video a little bit more interesting. You know, something where it's. I mean, it's gonna be hard enough just to play it, right, and not fuck up. But I don't know. I'm trying to think. I've got some ideas, but I think I'm trying to think of some stuff to make it a little bit more interesting. So anyway, I'd be totally up for some ideas. All right, I'm gonna do one more take through this, and then I'm gonna start jamming on. Actually, let's just start jamming on the new idea. So. So I had people asking about, like, kind of applying this stuff and almost a little bit more. Some of the stuff that we've done has been a little bit more. Scratch that. I'm gonna start over. I've been essentially, people have been asking for more of, like, an approach to chord progressions and that sort of thing. Yeah, break your heart on yourself too. Everybody is to a certain degree, but the people that like the kind of music that we like, we tend to be the worst. I always kind of envy people that just want to, like, don't really care, right? They're like a little kid, don't give a shit, just go for it. Anyway, so doing something a little bit more with chords and kind of showing how you can manipulate the transitions and stuff like that. So if we have, like, I've used this example a lot of times, but you can really manipulate the chord based on how you voice it. So if we were to, this is the one that I use all the time as an example, but if we played a C major 7, sounds good, but if we rearrange that, I like that one better. Those are all the same chord, you know. You could have, like, a C chord. They sound, that's super Hawaiian. Anyway, so like playing it in, changing the chord up makes a big difference. So anyway, I had some people kind of challenge me, I guess, because I don't write stuff in major keys much, so I'm going to do that. I think the only thing major that I've done on stream was when we did the Physico guest solo for Zack and I'm sorry, I don't remember, but for their thing. So anyway, I'm going to do something. I kind of have this idea lined up already for the first part, and then I'm going to have to see what I want for the next. But something chill and something in a major key. So if I'm writing in a major key, I'm for sure going to break the rules, because otherwise I don't like it that much. And the chords I was playing around with, I'm not quite sure exactly how I'm going to voice these, but we've got... There's a couple ways that you can analyze it. So part of this is me playing like a... But really what I'm doing is I'm approaching it as like an E root note. So it's like a ninth to the seventh. And so like even though I could do two different chords, we're just going to have this. So I'm going to play them and then I'm going to think about my rhythm. So I should say this. I did this, I used this as an example, not with these chords, but I used this rhythm for an example of playing in an odd meter. F sharp major. I mean, you can always transpose it, right? So we can do whatever key first, and then... Anyway, we've got... So right there, like I said, that's not thinking of... the chord progression would be an E for 2, C sharp minor, and then C major, which is borrowed. The second time around, I'm going to do the G sharp minor and borrow the G. So we're kind of bouncing back and forth between major and stealing some minor chords. Even though they're not they're both the chords we borrow are major, we're borrowing them from the other key. So I think I just want to hit this with the drum, make this real open. We might add like a clean part, but I think this will sound kind of epic doing who knows the time signature? Did I tell you? That is certainly an option, right? Lydian's badass. It really is pretty cool. Oh, I didn't change. I gotta rethink this ending. bitch. Why'd I do this? You can see my cheaty way of doing this for songwriting. Just punch in one chord. God damn, I can't even do it still. Anyone know the meter? Any guesses? I guess it's a little hard to guess when I'm cutting and pasting. And shit, I didn't have the open strings in that. God damn it. Okay, so which one do I want to hit? So I cannot make up my mind right here. If I want to do I like that one better. It was for the best. Nope, that was not the right way. So I just did a really stupid thing there, but I think it'll work for right now. I like did the worst possible way of fretting. This guitar is awesome, man. Hello, by the way. It's nice to have you join us. This guitar is awesome. It's let me show you this real quick. I was Schecter, like they don't give like user manuals or to anything anymore. So they sent me like I asked them for like the wiring and stuff like that. And it's pretty cool, man. They leads and stuff, it sounds great, but let me show you more of the clean tone. This one. Yeah, the pickups, like the way it's wired, we've got the bridge, just the next one is both the front coil, whatever the word is. I really like this one for clean stuff. It's been it's off even. And then both pickups. Parallel neck pickup. And then full neck pickup. I'm not 100% I'm not 100% sure what parallel really means. But I am very pleasantly surprised. I was actually kind of expecting to change the pickups at some point, just because they're Schecter pickups, but I don't see that happening. I enjoy them quite a lot. Hey, that's awesome. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi and stuff like that, man. It's always awesome, and yeah, I hope work goes well and you have a good rest of your day, man. That's awesome. Let's see if this is actually working. I like it. Let's take a little listen then. Speaking of the guitar too, it's pretty amazing how much I like the neck on this thing. With the I don't even know if this will show up on let's see if I can get a little closer. But it's like a satin finish and it just is smooth. Like you can feel like a little bit of the wood grain cuz it is a little bit like I don't know if you can see it on there. Let's see. I'm trying so hard to let you be able to appreciate it, but really the only thing I would complain about is and I knew this going into it, but it's a full pound heavier than the same model. There were like I got to choose between like 5, and it's a full pound heavier than the next, but it looks prettiest. I don't know. I've never. I don't remember ever hearing. Is that a bad thing? I've never really heard of. I've heard of them. I've never heard one of their songs though. I'm sure I have. I just wouldn't be able to name any. Or I can't. I don't know what they sound like really. They're kind of like radio metal in a way. Not a bad thing necessarily. I'm just. Tyler, you're using the EVH guitars? Is that what you're using right now mostly? I know what Stained is. Sorry. Bullet for My Valentine. I was saying Stained I have. Although that would be similar. So if it's reminding you of Stained, I'm not super familiar with them, but I do know a little bit about their guitar player, and he actually played like 7 strings with an extra high string instead of the low string you normally have, and did some other really interesting tunings. I actually had a student that's a super fan, a real big fan of them. And he didn't learn any of their songs for a while because they're all in different tunings. So with something like this, this kind of gives the illusion. When you're playing a guitar, you kind of have 3 families of tunings, if you want to think about that. You have your standard tunings, you have drop tunings, and you have open tunings. That's kind of how I just would think about it. And so standard tuning, it's the same relationship between intervals, so fourths with the exception of the 3rd to the 2nd string. You could drop tune where it's the low string that's affected, right? But there's different drop tunings and different standard tunings and say open tunings. So I think if you're trying to get like a big open kind of sound, like an open tuning type sound when you're not in an open tuning, adding open strings and adding, nice the Wolfgang. Adding open strings and having like the duplicate notes, like right here. There's a lot of repetition. So I could see it being reminiscent of that kind of idea. Maybe I just ripped him off. I don't know. That'd be the worst. That's it's always disappointing if that happens. Okay, so we've got this kind of idea, and then the other part, I had the only other thing that I came up with. So let's do like help with the synth. It's funny, it kind of copied from the other song. Dude, things have gone up. So it's that's one of the reasons I picked up this guitar was because everything keeps getting more expensive, and I knew I was gonna need one pretty soon, so I just pulled the trigger. The even my dog's medicine went up. Freaking ripoff. I guess it was like $22 a month for his like stupid allergy pill, and now it's like $100. And that's bullshit. You're lucky you're pretty cool. Alright, so let's take... JP70. Ooh, that's cool. The one I was for there a little bit. What is the one that's everyone is talking about right now? Is it the JP15? Was that is that like the 6-string version of that or something? I've never been quite sure what all the differences are for those. All right, so I'm gonna do something a little bit more on the mellow side for here, but. It's funny, I have the old rhythm in my head now. This is just in 4, but I have totally have the other one in mind because I was playing in 7 before. Yeah, Sterling one, cool. Dude, my buddy, actually Lee, the guy that I just did the guest solo for, the dude that I did the guest solo for, Lee Carlson, he just got a Sterling shit, but it's a 6-string, but like the all blacked out, the Stealth, is that what they call it? It's it looks awesome. It's got the really nice carving done right there. Pretty interesting. It seems like it'd be super comfy. Pay attention. I think I'm actually going to double track this because it might sound a little bit more like a chorus pedal then. But I don't remember my picking pattern, so it's not going to be the same. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's never had one before and is loving it. This is like the first time I think he bought a guitar from that brand. Maybe I want this. Let's try. I'm I'm gonna strum in the background, see how this ends up sounding. Should change my chords though, right? I want to stay there because it sounds cool, but I should move. Maybe I'll start low. Let's try this. Let's give it a listen. I could totally understand the, what the? I could totally understand that, like, concern. I pretty much from anyone I've talked to, and I haven't played a ton of Sterlings myself, but I've heard they are very, very similar. And like, I mean, people don't necessarily know the difference. If it weren't like labeled, they're very obviously the options and stuff are different, but yeah, they're pretty awesome. That sounds super annoying. We're gonna is this? I want to change. Let's add. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I gotta change this then too. We'll do both. Okay. I do dig this. And I think that, like, these obviously are basically the same thing, just a different version of it, right? So, let me see. Let's think about what we should do with this. Feel free to yell shit out that you're hearing in your sounds so weak without, like, without the bass. 7-string Strat style. Are you talking about like one that looks kind of like this, where it's got the pickguard and stuff, or are you just saying like the Strat body shape and stuff? Yeah, definitely. There are definitely companies that do that. There's actually a really cool. I'll have to find. I'd have to go on Instagram to find a bunch of them, but I've seen some really cool ones recently. Yeah, I mean, as far as like the 5-way goes, I do like it. I think if you do, I mean, I feel like I've had a bunch, right? So my Carvin is a 5-way, but it's got the middle pickup. My LTD and the Music Man are just the 2 pickups, like the 3 ways. There's a couple other things that you could potentially consider. So you could, I know a lot of people that modify their guitar to add a little toggle switch. So a lot of times it could be like a coil tap, right, or something else. It could be a kill switch, but they'll add like a toggle, and then that will like enable something else. A lot of time, like I said, most of the time it's a coil split or something, and you can have it where it's just one switch for both or something like that. There's other ways too that you could, like, if there's a guitar that you really like that doesn't have the 5-way, or let's say this is actually would be probably more up what I would do, up my alley. Hypothetically, if I wanted the options from this guitar in a 3-way switch, what I would do is I would have the neck pickup, the bridge pickup, and then the middle one, I would just do the one that I was liking, where it's the 2 front parts. Coils, is that right? Yeah, the Strats are definitely that. Actually, before I picked out this guitar, I was considering getting one that was humbucker single. Didn't end up doing that, though, obviously. Yeah, I know. You see, what we need is like we need a button that you're like a thing you guys can do that like puts me in the like a timeout. You know, like I should have like we should do it where we'll have like something fall down on top of me, like the cone of shame or something. I have to like put a cone of shame on every time if I had a note that bad, that's not that big of an ask. So yeah, I keep forgetting that that it's not the same chord progression. The second or this heavier time. God. So that goes from E major, E9, E major 7. And then down to C sharp minor 7, and then C major 7. So that's that borrowed chord, and I fucked it up. Awesome. Yeah, it's always nice to hear people. People are like, especially freaks like Jason, that they're actually human. Dude, yeah, at the very beginning of the stream, I mentioned like embarrassing myself so much. I remember the one time in particular, I was playing a song, and I went to go do the solo. I did not switch over to the proper tone. I chose a tone that actually added. It kept on a ton of effects. So basically, the result was the wrong tone and fucked up the note I was supposed to hit. So basically, picture something like that, like a real bad, and it echoed forever. Stuff like that, or it's always the delay would stay on every time I messed up, or yeah, it's always something like that. All right, let's think of another part for this, because this is kind of cool. That's all pretty chill. We got a 7/4 kind of laid back thing, a 4/4 laid back thing. Maybe, what do you think? Do something more prog? Oh, you know what else I did? I was playing for an Oktoberfest, and people were already mad at me because I wasn't playing German music. I was playing like some cool, no offense, but I wasn't playing humpa. I was playing like some percussive acoustic stuff. But yeah, I did on that day. I ended up changing my guitar tone to the trumpet, sort of the brass patch on the effects unit I was using. All right, let's try something a little bit proggier. So I want it to fit, obviously. So let's start with let's put some cool chords, but let's make the let's give it a kind of a interesting groove. So we'll start with, and this is a good example of what you can do yourself, songwriters. Bullshit some ideas out, and then choose what you like. I'm just putting quarter notes on the, actually I'm going to change that to the closed, so it's less obnoxious. Du hast. Yeah, if I were to play that in here, you're right. It's weird tuning. They used a lot of drop C and stuff, I think. Okay, so we're gonna make an interesting rhythm on the bass first. Do something like something kind of simple, like a 3. Let's see. Do we want this to still be an E? I think actually I'm gonna change. Breaking the. We're going to C sharp minor. So. We'll see what we want to do for this. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Let's see. So we did. one do I want? You want to use that spooky one? Spooky. Oh, we're still on the distorted one. That would have hurt. Let's see. Oh, no. Got you, buddy. You're okay. Here's the actually. Hey, that's a cool thing. Let's make this more interesting then. For bass, I am currently using Eurobase. It's from my buddy Ermin, Submission Audio. If you're looking for a bass VST, you should certainly check it out. And actually, the the one that I have, I like. It's I'll pull it up for you one sec if I can. Here, it's a contact instrument. So I'm just using this. If I wanted, it's kind of huge, but let me solo this. I could actually, I've got clean, distort, and you can like do distorted tones. And there are key switches, so you can change up all that stuff. So you can do the pick, hammer on, pull off, slide up and down at different speeds, dead mute and harmonic mute. The thing that's really crazy is there are far, I would say, much better versions of stuff now from the same company. There's one called I'm gonna butcher this. Umansky bass. Umansky bass. If you're looking for one, that's probably one of the crazier, more impressive ones that I've seen. You actually like tell it what frets you're playing the note on, and like all the key switches and stuff are far more detailed. But you can actually, you basically there's like a way where you can say, okay, I want him to play all those notes in this area to get the certain tone that you want. Let me see. So do you think to make it in music you have to stick to it? Nah, not the first part. So I mean, that's kind of an interesting thing. I'll start by saying, like, to make it, you definitely need branding, and you need to think about like the whole package, right? So like say Steel Panther, it's kind of a silly example, but they would not be nearly as successful if they didn't have the look, right? That's what like takes it over the edge of the show. So I think there's something where you need to be consistent, and you would need branding and like that sort of thing to make it really big, I guess, as like as like a band. But I think personally, anyone that I'll show you this. I have never seen trying to make it something more specific, like limiting yourself to just one thing, as a good thing. Like if you were to, like, let's just say like with the intervals and Jason and John and like they all have the kind of like their thing that they're doing with it. Like Jason's songs sound like Jason. You see this all the time, like when. Like, so Periphery got really popular, and everybody copied them. And Gojira got popular, and everybody copied them. I mean, there was like, there was like a year where every single metal release had this. Right? Whatever it is. So, yeah, so I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're trying to, there's a lot, I think it's less about like, let me say this. So anyone that I've seen try and like be specific like that and write for like a very specific style or write for the audience, it's always backfired. It's either like the music ends up being boring, they just, that doesn't work. Write what you want and be like, if you're honest with the stuff that you like, that works. And there's always a way of like making something happen. As far as like a music career, the best thing you can do is have a variety of things. If you look at like, successful musicians, they a lot of them are involved in a lot of different things. It's pretty rare. Actually, I was talking with a guy. We were talking with Jason, I'm mixing up names, Dave Weiner, who plays for Steve Vai and a bunch of other things. And most of the people that are in his circle have day jobs of some sort. It could be music, but he doesn't know really anybody that only does performing. Like Jason Richardson, for example, doesn't only rely on the performance. There's a lot of other avenues of where things are sold. Although of course he's got the signature guitars he makes money from, but then he's also the tab packs and like all the instructional kind of stuff, and there's a whole big list. The sponsors and stuff like that. So, but here's the other thing too, just to go off of what you just said, like be 42 before you're good enough. I don't feel like it really matters how good you are. I know what you're saying in the sense that you want to make sure your stuff is good, right? And like, But like my first solo album, for example, if I were to listen back to that, I should say I haven't. I know for a fact I would be cringing. But I used that as a way of kind of building up some confidence and just going for it. And it was it was a very, very good experience for me, even though I'm not 100% happy with it. That's okay, you know. So yeah, you know, having like a diverse amount of or different things. I can't talk. Different things that you have for income, and doing what you honestly like, is the best way, for sure. Yep. There's yeah, it's really big. And you like people that I mean, it's common for people to like say I'm like try and make it happen in a band, but when they only think about it from one avenue, it's a lot more difficult. Because you got to think about it. Everything helps everything else, right? So like if I release an instructional product, I have some students that buy them. I also will most likely get students from people that bought the instructional thing and liked it. So just those two things. And so everything kind of overlaps. Cool. Let's see. I'm not. I get what you're saying about that. I think like, but there's a lot of ways that you could teach. I know a lot of people actually that started kind of in that category, right? Where they're like, I mean, I'm not like, I don't think I would like the teaching kind of thing. But you can be very specific and only teach like a very select group of people. You could only like, for example, specialize in being a guitar teacher that plays that raps over death metal or whatever, and you'd could make a market. Yeah, I'm not really digging those. Tried it, not so happy with it. Do something maybe in a little bit different rhythm. Ooh, let's try something like the beginning. But let's change time signatures. So, like maybe a variation on that first idea, or yeah, for sure. 7-3 for what's 7? Is that a date? Or are you giving me a goofy sort of hypothetical time signature? Signature. If there was a way to play a third note, I guess there might. There's some. We could do like, cause the first part was in 7/4. If we did like we could do a faster one, 7/8. We could do. Let me think. So we can do 7 and 3. We could do something like that. That could be kind of cool. 7 and 3 take 6/8. Sure. We're fast though, right? Okay. This could be cool, so let's see. What's up, puppy? Where did you go? What do you think, Stella? Saying, but you said kind of a climax of the song. So if we're doing something like that, let's make this. We can have it build in a bunch of ways, but just to. Oh, jeez, I did the whole. This is gonna be in 6/4 now. That's not what I wanted at all. Although, let's just for shits and giggles, let's have it go to this, because field changes are sweet. So if we wanted to go to something kind of interesting, go to 6/4. But what I was thinking originally, let's just get it. Should we do like a 4 against it? That could be kind of sweet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I don't know if this is actually gonna sound good. We're gonna try this, but I just goofed up my rhythm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So So this is basically putting a quarter note feel over that 6, which will be a little bit different. Yeah, it is totally like a breakdown, right? I just have to do the pig squeal right before it, and then like, you know, just. So listen, if we think about this, that actually makes it sound more like 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. But if you listen to the bottom part, now if I were to accent it differently, let's see. Kind of. All right, we need a clean part for sure, and then we're gonna. Well, here, let's just get some. Let's get the heavy chords in the background because we know we're gonna build up to it. What was our chord progression? E. Real hard to remember. It sounds so stupid. I think. He's wagging his tail to this. Change it like with this kind of sound. That's in the second position, so there's the bridge. There's the second. So. It's a little thinner, right? It's a little spanky. Oops. Actually, that could maybe sound pretty cool as an overdrive part then. My puppy's a good boy. Clean part. Yeah. The clean part for sure. So actually, let's figure out the clean part. Okay, so chord wise. Yeah, that sounds so cool. Like, here, yeah. So that's that second position. There's the bridge. Middle. Yeah, so we did So we're gonna do middle position. Let's see. It's a little bit more body. Yeah, see, this is where I can get myself into trouble, songwriting wise. If I am not like constantly reminding myself just to get the song written, Jesus, I can spend a long time on that. All right, so let's see. I like that note. So if I did. Make it lower, right? Why didn't I do the low notes first? You ever have those moments where you're doing stuff and you just think you're like, at the end of it, just shake your head? It should have been so obvious. Alright. So I do want to do. Yeah, all the time for sure. Oh, yes. Oops. Not digging that. It was an idea, that's for sure. Not one I want to continue with. Not very good at either. Low notes. Actually, I'm gonna retrack that one. I like that take of this. Yeah, it's cool. I'm digging it. So one thing I think this could be, so like we were thinking about building this, so maybe what I'll do is the first time have it be a lot more 6/8-ish. So what I'm gonna do, let's line that back up. We're gonna do the ride. So just like a constant 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Thus making it much more of a 6/8 feel. So like a actually, we could go into, here, I'm gonna move this again. Then this time, it's gonna change, and we're gonna go, go to like this might be really goofy, but we're gonna try it. Next one's gonna be goofy, I think. I've been adjusting the Floyd Rose, which admittedly is a terrible thing to have to do. Oh, I didn't even announce this. Shit. I should have done this at the beginning. If you are on the 30th, we're doing a guitar repair and maintenance stream. I've got a guitar tech and buddy coming out. I totally forgot about that. Jen's gonna kill me later. It'd be cool to hear you jam over a solo with this. It would be cool, but let me see. Take a peek. I'm doing that stupid thing with my. Hey, what's going on? I mean, you can request whatever. I am songwriting though, so I'm not performing random stuff. I am working on a project. where you can I can show you a look like this sort of thing. This is the other song that we were doing, writing for a singer. Could request a song. Now I'm curious, what song would you request? I've had a bunch of people ask me to do that. I guess I'll have to do that at some point, right? Freebird. I had a student just play the Freebird solo to make his parents stop asking him to do it, because he said if he could play it once, he would never do it again. And honestly, it's just a pentatonic sort of thing, right? Yeah, like I said, I'm not covering people's stuff right now. I might do some sort of thing like that, but if I were, I would definitely get the licensing for the performances so I can pay the artist and stuff like that. I was just curious. Cause yeah, I like have relative pitch and stuff, where you see people listen to a song and then play it. I'm not the best at that, but I can do it. And that could be something kind of fun, like throw challenges at me and stuff. But yeah, right now it is songwriting time. Gotta make that money. That's just reminding me of something. Shit. That's what's the name? They normally play. It's two guys. It might be a Sigaros I'm thinking of, but then the other one I'm thinking of is Dustin O'Halloran. And there's two guys. A Winged Victory for the Sullen. That's what it is. Or Dustin. He's kind of the main guy. But yeah, they're really. If you want some mellow stuff, A Winged Victory for the Sullen is awesome. They piano, keyboard, guitar, and like cellos and stuff. It's pretty sick. I kind of ripped off part of something. Oh, there absolutely is, right? I mean, especially in our system. I guess if we had like tonal music in our cultures, maybe there'd be a little bit more, you know? But yeah, we've only got so many notes, right? And so many patterns. It has been interesting in like recent history though, like how many people have gotten in trouble for like selling a song they wrote to multiple people, or like copyright or like lawsuits regarding stealing melodies and stuff. It's always interesting when people make the claim too, because you can't like because we have so, I mean, you only have so many options. It's not like you can just totally limit someone, or say they copied right away. You have to. It has to be specific, like very specific. All right, I'm not feeling that one part right now. So what I want to, or I'm not getting an idea, I guess, right now. So I'm just gonna go back to the first one that we were jamming with, just to have a little bit of fun with it first. And yeah, I got to get going by 3 because I do have an extra lesson, an extra 2.5 hour lesson today. So drop the pick under my there we go. I never heard of you. Hold on. How loud we are now with this. Actually, if you guys want, you can let me know. But if you want, I could do a rough playthrough of the Paul Wardingham thing too. I haven't played it in a couple days. But I'm thinking I might rearrange it for this. Let me here, let me put this down for 1 sec. While I am thinking of it, or not while I'm thinking of it, but I'm gonna find the backing track for that. I don't remember where. This will be interesting. Goose in the machine audio. All right. So let's give it. We're gonna give it a go. What do you think? Should I do it on the 6 string or on the 7 string? I'm gonna try it on the 6. I decided for us. Let's turn this. Dude, I'm about to wet my pants too. I'm gonna have to might have to take a little break for a sec. It'll be motivation. I can't leave until I get it right. I heard a dude on the podcast recently that was talking about streaming so much he wore diapers, and that was like the weirdest thing I've heard in a while. Can't you just take a break? I guess maybe there are some things you couldn't? I don't know. No video game would be cool enough to not... It's not completely set up right now, so I've been making little adjustments as it's gotten used to, gotten here and stuff like that for my own preferences. And I need to fix one of the saddles on here for sure. I kind of goofed it up, so it's, my intonation's a little off, so I'm tuning it a little bit differently. Kind of checking it a bit more. There you go. So, yeah. So for the, anyone have any cool ideas for this video? Let me know for the playthrough, because I don't want it to be like boring. But it's also super hard, so I can't make it too crazy, because then I don't know. And like I said, I do have a student that's gonna play the rhythm part for me, so it'll be kind of interesting. You can see both parts in one take, so he better not mess up, because dark place, light. Yeah, that could be cool. See, with everybody having like really good videos now, it's kind of intimidating. Or they add the pressure to you just to feel like you have to one up everything. Not one up, but you're saying it's not a competition. But in order for anyone to actually pay any attention, right? You got to make sure it's really, really solid. Alright. So since I'm doing this on the 6th, I will, I knew I was gonna hit him. What's up, puppy? Since I'm doing this on the 6th, it will, 6 with no mute. This is gonna be, I apologize in advance for any, anything gnarly. I'm not going to... I am planning to... Let's try this. Sorry, it's taking me a sec to get the volume of this set up. it. Yeah, dude, I also like that it's the lumen lay, so the side dots, glow in the dark, and then I forget what they call them, offset aluminum circles or whatever. I think it's pretty. Excuses. Something's off with this. See, I need Jason to be over here and help me with the maintenance stuff right now. Alright, last try. Yeah, I should practice this. Where's the... See if I remember that. Worst. Here we go. Ended a quarter note early. Fell apart at the end there so bad. Forgot what I was supposed to do. Well, that's funny, man. Thanks. Yeah, these are that part right there, right? The going from yeah, right there. I got all is that last the ending phrase that. Actually, here, let's try this. I got time. Let's see if it's any better on this guitar right now. I haven't, like I said, I haven't practiced this in a few days, and I wasn't really doing. Let's see what it's like on the 7 again. One more take. doing it for a few days. Not bad. It's yeah, it actually it's definitely see, this is the thing that the video is going to determine. Depending on how I end up wanting to film, or what I end up doing filming wise, I'll use a different one. But this is definitely the one that I think I'm leaning towards. It just feels so it feels so right. And it's you know, that I don't have to. There's some parts in there that really suck to transpose, or not transpose, but play on a 6 string. And thanks for the follow back then. By the way, I didn't notice that. Yeah, there's 3 spots. Is it 3? So there's the rhythm part and 3 spots where it goes down to the low string. So I might have to just use it this one anyway. I also have to figure out that I wish I had one of the old string mutes I had, because for some of those tapping parts, it makes it makes a big difference, right? Throwing like some mutes on there, something to mute the strings. But I can't use it for everything, so. And since I'm doing it as one take, right? I don't know what I'm gonna want to fuck around with, like flopping that out. The other thing I might do is, if I do it on the 6 string, I'll use the pitch shifter to put it down like an octave, and I can play like up here on the A string instead of like down the low A. But options everywhere. But yeah, you can see. So, like I said, I wasn't really warmed up or anything, making all the excuses like like a coward. But yeah, I think it's gonna turn out real good when we do the full deal. Anyway, got to get some stuff. I went a little bit later than I was supposed to. Yeah, I am way more comfortable, especially because it's a 7 string. 7 strings always feel more natural for me. So I agree. Cool. Well, I appreciate you guys. Don't forget, you can donate to ASAN for the free lesson. You can also check out Limitless Cables and get 10% off with Zack 10, Swiss Picks, Distant Harmony, getting back into recording, all that good stuff. Yeah, whichever one makes me play better, and whatever I have fun with. And I'm probably, if I were to make a decision now, I probably would end up changing it anyway, just because I can be indecisive. Maybe I'll play it on 2. I'm not that good. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys. Hope you have a good day. I think that's, I don't have it later. You guys doing anything cool? The rest of your Saturday or the rest of your weekend? Wicked, you said you were going to kind of just chill out and play guitar or whatever. The other option too, while we're thinking of it, I could also, I'm thinking of fixing this one up. Or finally fixing this one up. Oh, nice, dude. I hope that's fun. Yeah, I might end up, this one feels really good for this kind of thing too, plus it's a little more metal. Yeah, Tyler, it's good to hang out with you too. We'll, maybe one of these days you can bring over your Wolfgang and we'll do some jamming. Anyway, hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Appreciate you all. Thank you. We'll see you soon.